Well, you got Baltimore that's finally getting healthy, coming off the bye week. You got CJ Stroud, who was on a tremendous tear offensively. Lamar Jackson finished the regular season with 4,490 all-purpose yards, 29 touchdowns. The difference in Raven football today versus a year ago today versus 3 years ago today, Jackson's healthy. Jackson's got wide receivers to throw through. This kid, Zay Flowers, 179 receptions. Their running backs are averaging almost 5 yards per carry. Now it's just not Lamar against the world. Now he's got all these other people around him. And defensively, Baltimore's only giving up 301 yards per game. They got 60 sacks, 31 takeaways this season. Ravens are rolling. Granted, they lost the last game of the regular season when they didn't play anybody. But prior to that, they'd won 10 of their last 11, and they're coming off the bye week. And I will tell you, John Riley, a bye week is like gold for a football team when you get that bye week, because you get to recharge batteries physically and mentally, and then you add the excitement of postseason as such a different feel. CJ Stroud, what a spectacular season. 4,382 yards passing, 26 touchdowns, 5 picks. If you had done all your academic work in grammar school, you would have gotten 100. Mm-hmm. He's got a 100 quarterback rating as a raw rookie.
That's incredible.
On the Houston Texans, it is. Now, they got injuries. Houston's got injuries. They have now lost Noah Brown and had already lost Tank Dell at wide receiver. All of a sudden, they got Nico Collins and maybe the young kid from Alabama, the cancer survivor, John Mechie. That's all they got at wide receiver. They've run out of pass catchers for CJ Stroud. So this is going to be a challenge. But the bigger challenge is CJ Stroud comes to the line of scrimmage and he sees those guys snorting across the line of scrimmage. That defense, they bring heat. And that's going to be, to me, the massive challenge for that young quarterback, is how they line up against John Harbaugh's defense, which is just rock solid.
Well, you say the bye week is like gold. I mean, that's an interesting topic because, of course, in baseball, the Dodger fans whined about having the week off, thought it took them out of their game. But remember when the Chargers were 14-2 and the Patriots came to Qualcomm and the Chargers blew that game. So sometimes I think like a week off might maybe throw them depending on the team, right?
I just don't know what the difference is, though, of a week off and week 19, a bye week for the playoffs versus a week off week 9 of the regular season. Downtime is downtime. Mm-hmm. But when you stagger to the end of the season, beat up with injuries and mentally drained, like I said, week off for football players is gold. It really is.
Well, I'm rooting for CJ Stroud and the Texans in this game.
Yeah, well, that's Baltimore across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Wearing purple and black.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to be an uphill. I mean, what's this point spread on this? It's got to be at least a touchdown.
At least. And they're playing in Baltimore, and Baltimore's gone through really cold weather. It's not like you're down in Houston in that dome, so that's going to be a challenge. From the AFC, let's